it's Virgin Radio. I'm Ricky Wilson. This is Drive Time. I have a surprise guest. I think he's on guest 3. Here he is. It's David Walliams, everybody.
Good afternoon, listeners.
So, David, what are you doing here today?
Well,
You're
office,
in the building.
Yeah, I was in the building. I didn't really want to come on, but
That's
you
fine.
came into the meeting room because I was signing books. I'm signing copies of my latest book, Astrochimp.
Oh, I have a copy right here.
Which is available to pre-order now.
So it's not out yet?
No, it's not out. So you've got the first ever copy signed to your children.
Gosh, I do some spoilers.
Your long-suffering children.
2 years. They haven't suffered enough, in my opinion. I've suffered more than they have.
But it's lovely to see you because we've known each other for quite a long time. We've worked together once or twice.
Once or twice. I remember once it was a Christmas special of a TV show I was doing, and you were the only thing that was good on it. And the thing is, we had a lot of star guests on that.
Well, can I just say...
But you threw yourself into it.
Well, I always do. As, you got to get earn your money's worth, haven't you? But I remember I sat next to Nicole Scherzinger.
That's her name.
And just between us, I was so taken with her. I think I thought about her every day for about a year.
I worked with her every day for about 2 months and haven't thought about her since.
Well, you obviously got to know her better. But she's an incredible presence.
Oh, no, I'd like to see her again. I don't think she'd know who I was, though. That's the only thing. I don't think she'd
can you
remember
blame
me.
her?
No, I'm very beige.
No.
Also, I met you on one occasion where we went out for dinner and you drove me home in an Aston Martin, and I'll never forget that.
I don't have that anymore, sadly.
The smell of petrol was...
That was
intoxicating.
That was just me. No, it was. Look, I'm a massive James Bond fan.
Yes.
And so it's
Was it DB5?
It was a DB6, which is the one after. It was a lot cheaper, and it was amazing. It was it was just like magic. But I didn't have another car or anything, so I'd be driving to the supermarket and stuff like that. And it's not that wise. And then
when you're trying to fit a 19-pack of toilet rolls in the back.
No, but it wasn't very practical, and also...
Practical?
It wasn't very practical.
The ejector seat was absolutely...
No, but it was like one of those sort of, I was lucky enough to make some money. It was the first thing I was like, oh, God, what have I always wanted?
Have you still got an always wanted left?
No,
thing?
but
really?
No. What I mean? something I've always wanted.
No, but like everyone's got that milestone where they go, "I've made it, and I'm going to do something."
Oh,
because I've never had one, and you had the DB6.
Six.
Well, maybe a DB5.
DB5, but the 6 was about.
But I've never had a milestone like that or a goal like that. Have you got one now?
Another one I'd like to.
Yeah.
I'd like to write. I have written the screenplays. I've written a few screenplays, but I'd like to write a screenplay to an animated movie, like a big kind of Disney, Pixar, DreamWorks movie.
Do you think that would have to be something fresh or something based on something you've already done?
Well, I am adapting one of my books at the moment with Nickelodeon to be a sort of television movie. But I think it would be very exciting if you got the job of writing like the next big Disney film or something.
That would be very exciting, but that's all done by like in teams of people. Would you want it to be solely David Walliams presents?
No.
Would you mind being part of a team?
Unlike you, I'm not a raging egotist, and I would be fine. I would be fine with being in a group of people, but it'd just be exciting. I mean, normally screenplays do get passed around between people, but no, I mean, it's just something that would be fun. And I remember like Steve Coogan ended up at the Oscars because he wrote the screenplay for Philomena, which is the great movie he made with Judi Dench. And there he is. He didn't win, but it made me think, it's not impossible to be at the Oscars if you write something good.
Also, nothing's impossible. And at any time of your life, you can do anything that can break through and become something special. And you keep moving and changing your job, and you keep rolling with the punches and becoming something new. Do you ever plan that ahead, or is it something that just happens to you?
No.
When you first wrote your first children's book, did you go to yourself, this is my next move?
No. I didn't know that until... Because that was 15 years ago now. Yeah. So I didn't know that was how it was going to turn out, whether it was going to be successful. But I'm now itching, you see, for another chapter. I think that's what life can be, or careers could be, chapter. So I feel like the first chapter was Little Britain and sketch stuff with Matt, and then there was a sort of another chapter with children's books, another chapter with like being myself on TV on Britain's Got Talent, and was it Feel the Noise? Wasn't it? Feel the
No,
Noise.
it's called Bring the Noise.
Bring the Noise.
Yeah. I have this weird thing that my wife hates about me, which is I love getting jobs but hate doing them. I get a real excitement about starting something
that's coming
new.
over. Well, no, I actually love working. So this weekend, bank holiday, it's great. It's quiet. Time for me to write.
Okay.
I recently went to Japan.
Yeah.
And it was a 14-hour flight. And on the way back, I wrote for the whole 14 hours. Didn't watch anything, but I was enjoying it. I was locked up in a police cell in Italy because I'd forgotten my passport when I got. Well, I had my passport, it was out of date, and they locked me up in a cell for like 7 hours. I went, great. Got my laptop. I can write.
So life is a series of adventures, and you've got to grasp them where you can.
Yes. Well, if you've got a laptop with you and you like, I mean, I love writing. I love being creative. It's the best feeling in the world. So I kind of never stop.
Do you think having a kid influenced that?
Well, it's different, isn't it? I'm a father to an 11-year-old son. It was his birthday on Sunday, and it's sort of like it becomes everything you do is for them.
It's changed my philosophy about life having my kids, because I think less about myself and more about the future. I think less about I think more about looking after myself and securing it for them and being
what about them?
life.
Do you think about them at all?
No, that's for them.
Oh, for them.
But in the past, I used to like go, hey, whatever happens, it'll be all right.
Well, yes,
I can find a way.
How old are you now?
I'm 47, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
We've had a lot of work done.
No, none at all. I just
as if you'd have had work done.
As if I can afford it.
You're
that's
not
like
that
saying,
sort of person.
No, it's like saying I play golf.
Do you think Nicole had any work done?
Here's Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter. David Walliams there, everybody. Ricky Wilson, the massive egotist, on Drive Time, as called by David Walliams. Hello.
Playing your favourite song there of all time.
I do actually have a soft spot for the Lighthouse family.
Okay.
I like the fact, and this is no disrespect to the singer of the Lighthouse family, whatever his name is, but I like the fact that he's obviously not got the greatest voice in the world, but makes the most of it.
It's quite velvety, the whole experience. It's very relaxing.
I think that there's nothing wrong with that as a song.
It's nice.
And people like it. And
No,
you don't like it.
No, I don't dislike it. But
I'm not going to corner you into saying you don't like it.
No, I don't dislike it, but it's not my favourite.
Okay. Well, then what is your favourite?
Well, you've just been making me think about Lou Reed.
Reading on the toilet.
No, I was just thinking, because you were talking about, you might tour one of your albums.
Yes,
without giving too much away.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about the time I went to see Lou Reed do Berlin at Hammersmith Apollo.
Like Debbie Does Dallas.
No, he did.
Lou does Berlin.
Berlin is not as well known
album
as Transformer, but
right.
It's very well regarded, and it was the most mesmerising thing doing the album start to finish. And also, I saw Soft Cell, who do Non-Stop Erotic Cabaret, which is the album with most of their biggest hits on, and they did the whole again at Hammersmith. They did the whole thing from start to finish.
So
it's incredible.
If Kaiser Chiefs were to do one of their most well-known albums, would you like it in order?
Yes.
You think it should be in order?
Let me tell you this. Soft Cell, the whole thing in order, and it's an amazing, iconic album. And he didn't talk between the songs. So
that's the hardest bit.
No, you shouldn't do it. Because what it meant was you of all people, because it didn't dissipate any of the energy. It was amazing. He just went one to the other, so it was like just hearing the album in like the 45 minutes of the album. So you'll lose the energy if you talk between the songs.
Do you think we should add anything to it, like some strings or anything like that, or just do it
as it is, and then you encore, then you do.
Well, weirdly, when we made the first record, we had the worst equipment and not a lot of it. So we could do it on a shoestring, really.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because now we've got like the best drums and the best 20 keyboards. We had like 2 keyboards and half a drum kit.
I think it's a good idea, but Soft Cell.
You do it in order then.
Do it in order, exact order.
What do you do at the end?
You do your other hits.
Okay, we've got Ruby.
Yeah, well there you go, hit.
No,
Would
we've
you
got
rather hit-
we've got a load. Never miss a beat. We've got a few
No,
more.
of course you have. So you do that, and then you do your greatest hits,
Yeah.
and everyone's happy.
And then play a couple off the first one again.
Well, I wouldn't
When
do
I met
that.
Brian May once, he
Yes.
said, "Great band, how you doing?" And I said, "Oh, great." And he goes, "So how many times do you play Opera to Write in your set?" I thought, what a great diss.
Lovely Brian May.
What a lovely way to put someone down, but make them feel special. That
Was
you
he
knew the name
wearing
of their-
clogs?
He was wearing clogs and, weirdly, a piano key tie.
I was told that Freddie Mercury didn't like that he wore clogs. He wears clogs, darling. He wears clogs in the band, darling.
Did you ever meet Freddie Mercury?
I did not. I'd have loved to have
I
done.
think he's top of my list of people I never met.
I agree, because everyone says who met him that he was absolutely hilarious.
Mm.
Because the film doesn't actually give you that impression. He's on a downer in the film, and if you see any footage of him, he was like hilarious, making jokes all the time.
Yeah, Freddie Mercury, top of my list. Who else do I never meet? Well, I've met you, so that's good. Anyone else?
You always said you wanted to meet Saddam Hussein.
On that note, let's go to the news. See you later. Thank you.